Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all all having a good day like always. Today, I have a kind of a short horror battle. It's gonna be pretty interesting. We got Jason Voorhees from the comics, Friday the 13th, versus the Proxies, Slenderman's Proxies from Creepypasta. Like always, if y'all enjoy these battles, please feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, and comment what you think about the battle, and etc. And with that, let's begin. Starting off with Jason. Jason, in terms of strength, can casually rip people apart with his bare hands. He can punch people's heads off with a single swing. He can stop and overturn speeding cars and flip them over. He's one-shot a helicopter by throwing an object at it. He's cut people in half vertically and horizontally with a single swing. He's actually chopped two people in half and a tree with a single swing. Like, he was crazy. And he can even brawl and hold his own against Jason X, which is an upgraded, armored version of himself. And if you can't tell, I'm using normal zombie Jason and not Jason X, because he would just completely demolish the Proxies. Speed-wise, Jason normally doesn't rely on his speed, but he can blitz people, dodge gunfire, and keep up with upgraded version of himself. Durability. Jason can literally ignore stabs and slashes, power through high-grade gunfire, fight while literally being lit on fire, regenerate from fatal injuries in moments, and is shown to basically ignore pain and injury and just power through it. Intelligence. I think Jason is very slept on in this category. He's an experienced killer, a clever hunter and tracker. He's also known to use his stealth to get his drop on his victims. Skill-wise, Jason is a solid marksman. He's skilled with blades and is very useful to his surroundings and has high-level stealth. Hexing gear. Jason has access to resurrection due to being resurrected by the power of the Necronomicon, which basically grants him immortality. But the thing, it's not going to be a factor here. If Jason's killed or temporarily put down, he can come back, but he's still lost the fight, if you get what I mean. Weaponry, he's equipped with his signature machete. He has his high-grade healing factor and is known for his brutality, sheer savageness, and being basically unstoppable. Now, onto the Proxies. Masky, Hoodie, and Toby they all scale relative to each other, and they can casually ragdoll grown men and break their bones with ease, and they can dismember people with just either their weapons or sometimes their bare hands. Speed-wise, the Proxies are all very fast and agile. They can casually blitz people, move about the trees and their surroundings really quickly, and they can dodge gunfire. Durability. The Proxies are all very resilient. They're capable of fighting through blunt force trauma, stabs, and gunshots. Especially Toby, who is completely numb to pain. So basically, like, if he gets, let's say, stabbed in the shoulder or stabbed, he literally doesn't even feel the pain, so it helps him power through damage a lot better. Intelligence. All the Proxies are very experienced and gifted hunters and trackers with high-level stealth, though they are usually kind of reckless, but they are extremely strategic when they need to, especially in combat. Skill. The Proxies are all skilled in hand-to-hand and melee fighting, very good at ambush attacks, and capable of sneaking into homes without detection. Hexing gear. All the Proxies have minor illusion casting, mind manipulation, and immortality through Slenderman's power over them. So basically, if they're killed, Slenderman can resurrect them if he wants to. Alright, let's go over their individual weapons. Maskey is armed with a crowbar, Hoodie is armed with a pistol, and Toby is armed with 2 hatchets. The Proxies are all skilled and dangerous, whose only purpose is to serve and obey Slenderman's every command. With a thud, the lifeless body flops onto the ground as Toby, Hoodie, and Maskey stand in the dark woods, waiting for their master. A tall, slender, and faceless figure appears in the darkness. "Well done, my children," Slenderman says as he looks down at the 3. "We kind of expected more of a challenge from this one," Toby says as he begins to sharpen his hatchets with a nearby rock. "I assure you that your next target will be much more of a challenge, possibly your greatest target yet." "So what's so special about him?" Maskey says as he cracks his neck. "You'll see soon. Do not fail me," Slenderman says as he vanishes from sight. "Looks like the target came to us," Hoodie says as all 3 of them turn their heads and see a zombified figure appear from the trees. "Maskey, Hoodie, you take the sides. I'll take the front assault," Toby says as all 3 take their weapons out. Hoodie opens fire, hitting Jason with every single one of the shots, and one of them taking out one of his eyes. Maskey slams his crowbar into Jason's knee, and Toby throws one of his hatchets directly into Jason's chest and leaps into the air and buries one of them in his skull. Jason delivers a vicious backhand which sends Maskey flying into a nearby tree. Hoodie quickly reloads, but is forced to dodge a machete slash. Toby jumps into Jason's back and yanks out one of his hatchets and repeatedly slashes at Jason, but is then grabbed by the arm and slammed to the ground. Hoodie opens fire at the back of Jason's head, but is grabbed by the throat and lifted into the air. Maskey brings down his crowbar into Jason's arm, and with a sickening crack reverberates as his arm is broken. Jason stabs Maskey in the torso and yanks the machete upwards and splits him in half. Toby slashes Jason's Achilles heel, which drops into one knee, and Hoodie takes the chance and shoots Jason again, this time in the neck and the ribs. Toby tackles Hoodie into the ground, as Maskey's crowbar comes flying and is embedded into a tree right beside them. "I don't need your help," Hoodie says as he reloads. "Drop the tough guy act, let's finish this now," Toby says as both blitz Jason from both sides. Hoodie slides under a slash from Jason and fires several shots into his crotch. Toby follows up with several vicious slashes, narrowly dodging a swing from Jason. Hoodie opens fire this time and shoots him in the kidney. Jason delivers a haymaker so hard that it sends Hoodie's head flying from his body and splatters against a tree. "Looks like it's just you and me now," Toby says as he chops off one of Jason's hands and repeatedly hacks at Jason and ignores that one of his arms had been ripped off. Jason then grabs the boy by the leg, raises him over his head, and slams him so hard that his remaining limbs fly everywhere as his body splatters into the ground. Jason cracks his neck, looks around at the surrounding bodies, and then slowly walks into the woods, vanishing from sight. Conclusion. Strength, big edge to Jason. He's just shown to be much stronger physically than the rest of them. Speed-wise, likewise, goes to the Proxies. They are much more consistently fast and agile and should give Jason a pretty hard time hitting them. The durability goes to Jason also, especially due to his healing factor on top of his already impressive durability. Intelligence, really close. You could say it's a tie, but personally I think the Proxies are a bit smarter, and the same as skill. I think they're just a bit more skilled with fighting, but it's probably a tie, but I give a slight edge to the Proxies. Hacks and gear. Hacks wise, like abilities, edge to Jason due to his healing factor, but all of them are basically immortal, with Jason's power of resurrection with the Necronomicon, and Proxy's have access to Slender Man. So I mean, yeah, I mean you could say hacks and gear were pretty close. Weaponry, the Proxies take this edge due to their more uh, variety of weapons and their numbers. So 3 to 1 give them a pretty good edge there. So in the end, I think the Proxies would put up a good fight due to their speed, intelligence, skill, weaponry, and numbers advantage. But Jason is just too strong and too durable. I don't think the Proxies would have any way to deliver any lasting damage on Jason. And I mean, honestly, when you think about it, Jason has the strength to honestly one-shot one of them if he gets a clear hit. So I mean, yeah, Jason's just too much here, and he wins this fight. I'd say mid to high difficulty, because I think they would press him. So, Victor, Jason. Anyways, guys, thank y'all for listening. You stay safe, and I'll see y'all later.